Welcome back. At the end of the previous part, we had a fight with Josette. Josette Kapua, a name I actually know from Cold Steel 3. It's made me all excited. It's great. It's like, oh, I'm gonna find out more about her now. It's cool. How in the world? You had enough yet? That's what you get for taking braces lightly. And we'll be taking this back if you don't mind. Thank you very much. Recovered Septium Crystal. And that Septium belongs to me. No, not to you. To the people of Roland, that's who. The sheer nerve you have to say something like that is astounding. Now that we got the crystal back, how about we move on to the confession time? That's an interesting name you mentioned. The Kapua family, was it? Yes, indeed. Me and my big mouth. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. So you want to be a tough egg to crack, do you? I don't mind it at all, in fact. I like them that way. Jesus! Hi! What are you trying to do? That's a dangerous thing to be swinging around like that. Well, if you can't answer with your mouth, then maybe your body can answer instead. But don't worry, I'll be extra gentle. Get away from me, you crazy witch. I think Shadow's enjoying this. Let's just sit back and enjoy the show. Look out, Shadow. What the? An orbital gun? You're right, Shadow. I'm fine, forget about me. Look at that. Alright then. An airship? Looks like the tables are turned in our favor now, aren't they? This makes so much sense in Cold Steel 3 now. Are you okay, Josette? Carl, you're late. Where have you been? Oh, never mind. Just hurry up and give us a hand. No can do. Our push into the Roland region has been put on hold. Something big came up in the Bose region while you were away. What's that supposed to mean? I don't have time to explain. Hurry and hop on, or I'll have to leave you behind. Crap. Just where do you think you're going? We'll pick this up another day. And don't think you've won either. Payback's gonna be a beast. I'm intrigued to see how her story plays out, because I know it's gonna play out now. She's like, oh, we're gonna be bumping into her again, aren't we? It's gonna be great. I sure wasn't expecting anything like that to come out of the woodwork. Looks like they caught us all off guard. This isn't a laughing matter. Right now, I'm so frustrated I don't even know what to think. Well, on the bright side, we did get the Septium Crystal back. Switching gears, that group sure looked to me like a bunch of sky bandits. Yes, they certainly seem of that variety. Also sounds like they've made the Bose region their base of operations as well. Also, times like these I do want to thank everyone who's following along through my journey with the entire Kiseki series. Thank you for not spoiling anything about Josette there. Absolutely love that. It's like, thank you so much, because then we have my enjoyment of discovering these things. And like, oh, yes, it's good, it's fun. I certainly wouldn't have expected a group like that to travel all the way to a rural place like Roland. Couldn't care less if they're sky bandits or brigands. Next time I see that scruffy lying jerk of a tomboy, I'm going to thwack bam kapow her. What's thwack bam kapow supposed to mean? Thus, the Septium Crystal stolen from the mayor's residence was safely recovered. After returning to the mayor, Estelle and the others returned to the guild to report the details of the incident. Looks like you've had a rough day. Who would have thought the Sky Bandits would appear? I don't blame you for letting them escape. No, this time it was my fault. I should have been more careful. I'm really far behind being in the same league as Caius. Caius? Cassius. It's not your fault, Shara. I let my emotions get the best of me and I was careless as well. No, you guys did a great job. Your on-site investigation of the mayor's residence was flawless too. Don't you think you should recommend them, Aina? Yes, I was thinking the same thing as well. Recommend? What do you mean? Hold your horses. First comes the payment for a job well done. This is for you both. And take this as well. This is... As of now, you are both junior bracers. In other words, bracers in training. In order to become senior bracers, you'll need to receive recommendations from all regional branches in the kingdom. This is your recommendation from the Roland branch. Is it really okay for us to have this? I had heard that in order to become a full-fledged bracer, you needed to achieve something fairly noteworthy. I think in light of the jobs performed in your father's stead and your great showing here, your achievements are sufficient. However, those achievements are only for your work here in Roland. You'll need to receive recommendations from the other regional branches after achieving success there as well. Makes sense why we travel then. Cool. Rose, Rouen, Zeiss, and finally, Gransel. You've still got a long road ahead of you. Even so, I'm really happy. It was worth all the hard work. Now that we've come this far, don't you think we should visit the other regions too, Joshua? I figured you'd say as much. I agree with you. We can't decide this all by ourselves. We should discuss it with Dad when he gets home. Right. Telephone. Oh. That's the telephone, right? It's Batman calling. Hello, this is the Batman the Bracer Guild's Roland branch in the Liberl Kingdom. It's been a while since we last talked, hasn't it? I see. Are you sure? That's terrible. Wonder if something happened. Looks that way to me. Yes, that's right. We've done business the other day. What? I apologize, but this is a little difficult to believe. Understood, I'll pass on the news to his family. They'll be fine, they're bracers too. Yes, and if you hear anything else, please let me know. Here it comes. What's wrong, Ina? It's unusual for you to be so surprised like that. Who was calling? The Bose branch. Something terrible has happened. The airliner Linde has disappeared over the Bose region. What? How is that possible? I don't know any of the details, but also its sister ship Vivi has disappeared as well. The Royal Army is currently conducting a wide-scale search. Due to this event, all of our flights have been postponed. And that explains the backup at the landing port. And... Ina? Estelle, Joshua, please... Brace yourselves. Your father, Cassius, was aboard the airliner which went missing. What? Impossible. It's got to be some kind of mistake. Seems his name was on the passenger list. Liberl, Bracer Guild, Roland Branch, Senior Bracer, Cassius Bright, 45. Oh, I finally finished the prologue. A Father's Love. A New Beginning. Next chapter. Now I'm allowed to level up to level 20. That's how my mind works. I might do that, actually. Get the septium, at least. Triple dot. Estelle, are you in there? Joshua? Dinner's ready. Just to let you know, we'll be having roasted basil chicken and onion soup gratin. That sounds so good. I'll come down later, so why don't you two go on ahead and eat? Alright. Well, make sure to come down before your food gets cold. The Wheel of Fortune card. Again, something really is going on. Just can't see what it is. Where's Estelle? She said to go ahead and eat without her. She didn't seem to have an appetite. I see. She took the news a lot better than I thought she would. It's not surprising she doesn't want to come out of her room, seeing as how close she is to her father. I agree. So, what do you think about all of this, Shara? Is it an accident or an incident? To be honest, I couldn't say either way. Your dad is a top-class bracer. When it comes to crisis management, he's the best there is. Whichever it is, if your father happens to be there, it'll be resolved. But the fact is, an airliner, along with your father, has gone missing. In other words, what you're trying to say is that things that shouldn't have happened, right? Don't lose heart on me now. You need to be a stout wall of support and bear Estelle up. I'll get to work tomorrow and see what I can find out. Man, it sure smells good down here. Can't stand it any longer. Give me the whole chicken. What? Estelle, are you okay? I'm so hungry I thought I was going to pass out. Oh, this looks so good. Bon appetit. Those two are just like, what? Aren't you two having any? This is great. The basil flavour really comes out when you roast it. You sure know how to cook, Joshua. Well, thanks. Come on, Shanna, don't you just sit there too? Do you want to drink some of my dad's brandy from his secret stash? Pretty sure there's a bottle of Stein Rose. The choice of Stein Rose. That's about 20 years old in there. Did you say Stein Rose? And 20 years old, too? Shanna, what do you think you're doing? Sorry, Estelle, I'm going to have to pass this time. By the way, what were you doing up in your room? You didn't come down even after Joshua called you for supper. Huh? Oh, right. I was just looking for some extra underwear. I was having a bit of trouble finding one of my favourites because it was stuffed in the back of one of the drawers. Underwear? Oh, and a set of gear for travelling. I mean, who knows how long we'll be gone, so I figure as long as we're prepared, we'll have nothing to worry about. So what you're saying is, you intend to head to Bose to find your father? Well, duh, it's a no-brainer. And while I can't imagine anything bad happened to him, despite his horrible luck, waiting around just doesn't suit me, so I'll go check things out for myself. You really are something else. Whether it's your positive attitude or thick skin, I can't say, but... What? You're so rude, Joshua. But you are coming along too, right? Of course. However, it looks like all airline flights have been cancelled until the army finishes their search. Seems like the only way to Bose is on foot. Walk to Bose, huh? How long that's gonna take? For a bracer on foot. If they hurry, they can make it there in about half a day. If that's the route you're taking, that makes things easier. I think I'll tag along as well. Really? You'll come with us? But aren't you busy with a bunch of other jobs? Hey, I trained under your father, right? Did you honestly think I'd just sit here with something when something could have happened to the person I owe so much to? I'm gonna have to talk to Ina and have her pass my jobs at the guild to another member. There's only one other member, isn't there? Shadow. We really appreciate this, Shadow. I'm just thinking about the poor guy. Can't remember his name right now. I'm sure it's just him. You really shouldn't be thanking me. Just can't leave a job as big as this up to a bunch of newbies. I hate to say it, but you're probably right. Oh well, since Shadow's along for the ride, I do feel a bit more confident. We appreciate you coming with us. Myself as well. Anyway, let's make sure to drop by the guild tomorrow morning before we leave. I need to explain the situation to Ina. Oh, Chapter 1. Disappearance of Linda. Ledger of Heroes. Trails in the sky. I understand the situation now. To be frank though, no, your name's Ina, with Scheherazade taking off after Cassius, I'm going to be really short-handed. But since this involves him directly, please don't worry about anything. I really appreciate this, Ina. Make good use of Ridge while we're gone. That was it, Ridge. Just Ridge on his own. He should be able to deal with at least 3 times his normal workload. Don't you think that's a bit harsh? Don't worry if things get too hectic. I'll ask for help from the Gransel branch. By the way, Scheherazade, can I get a minute? I'd like to talk with you about the job that you were going to do. Sure, no problem. Estelle, Joshua, could I have you two wait upstairs? I'll be done in a minute. What's this about? Understood. Shara? If we're going to be waiting, would you mind if we did it out in front of the clock tower? I'd like to say hi to someone. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, then let's meet up in front of the clock tower. As soon as I'm done here, I'll head over there myself. Got it. Come on, Joshua. Sure. Weathercock. Septine calendar 1075, erected in partnership with Liberl royal family, Septine Church, and Roland City. Septine calendar 1192, destroyed during the 100 Days' War when Roland was bombarded by the Erebonian Imperial Army. Septine calendar Septine calendar 1197, rebuilt with cooperation of the citizens of Roland. Every time I see this clock tower, I always think, they sure did a super job restoring it after the war. I can sure feel the spirit of Roland's people from this. Estelle? Joshua? What do you think about going up with me and waiting until Shadow shows up? You mean the clock tower? Sure, I don't mind. Okay, come on. Morning air is so refreshing. Hey look, Joshua. You can see the house from here. You're right, I can see the roof. But do you want to tell me what's going on, since you've always avoided coming up here apart from every single time we went round and did the rounds, but I was under the impression that you didn't like this place. I like this place, but I just can't casually come up here. It's going to be to do with her mother, isn't it? Because this is the place where my mum died. Yeah, I was thinking back at the other tower, it's like she wasn't bothered by the heights, so it's like, no, it's nothing to do with heights. What? "10 years ago, during the war, when the Imperial Army surrounded Roland, they bombarded the symbol of the city, the clock tower, to try and get the citizens to surrender. This was at the time Dad was fighting in the Roland Army? Royal Army. I wanted to see who he was fighting against, so I climbed up the clock tower. When the bombardment started, I couldn't get away. When I came to, I hardly had a scratch on me. My mother had saved me. I was wrapped tightly in her arms, shielded from the rubble. As I cried, she sang my favourite lullaby. But when they finally dug us free, after the war ended, and this place had been rebuilt, I avoided coming here for the most part. It's not because I have painful memories of this place, though. It's just, when I come here, a part of me wants so much to draw on her strength. Because I felt that I can't be strong like her if I'm always trying to rely on her. Estelle. But today is okay, right? Relying on her just this once. Asking her to bring Dad home safely. Asking her to protect him. Of course it is. And don't worry. Dad's safe for sure. Your mother's protecting him. So there's no doubt in my mind that he's safe. And if he happens to be in a bit of trouble, then you can come to his rescue. Just like your mother did for you. You can do the same for your dad. And don't forget, I'm here to help you too. Joshua, I know I can't completely understand everything you've been through, but I can stay here by your side as I am now. And if you need a shoulder to cry on, you've always got mine. So... Pfft. Huh? Joshua, you're trying too hard. You shouldn't say things like that so lightly. What do you mean? If I were any other girl, I would totally have misinterpreted your intentions just now. You're seriously the type who's going to have problems with romantic relationships in the future. I'm already starting to get worried. Well, excuse me for trying to be nice. Why do you have to be like that when somebody's genuinely worried about you? Thanks for cheering me up, Joshua. I feel a lot better now. Guess as long as I get some kind of thanks, it was worth looking like a complete fool. But you are unbelievable. Mumble, mumble. Don't be so mad. I'm really thankful, believe it or not. So how about we get down from here, huh? I'm sure Shadow's waiting for us. You're probably right. I was worried then. I thought he was going to jump down the ladder. Triple dot. Mom, I finally realized why I wanted to become a bracer. So I could become strong and protect others just like you. So please, watch and see. I won't fail to bring Dad home safe again. Aww. That was a weird joke. Oh, the two of you had such a cute scene going on up there. Why, my cheeks even feel a bit hot just thinking about it. What's that supposed to mean? Spying on us? Give me some credit, will you? I just happened to see you when I looked up to check the time. I sure wish I had an orbital camera to get a shot of that view. Come on. What are you trying to say, Shara? That's called family bonding, plain and simple. You are oblivious, aren't you? It's kind of like your habit of hugging everyone after your third bottle of wine. Really, you do that? Let's not get into that. What's with the sigh? You really don't know how to take a joke, do you? Well, whatever. Did you say hi to Lena while you were up there? Yeah. Even asked for her to watch over Dad. I see. Then I guess it looks like you're all set. You know, Lena's protection is equal to that of the goddess herself. But Dad's safety is pretty much guaranteed. I think you may be giving her a little too much credit. Now that you mention it, you met Estelle's mother before, right, Shara? Yeah, when I was a child. I was still in a troupe at the time. A troupe? Yeah, a troupe is a trapping circus. Shara was a dancer. Although it was a long time ago, we first met when she came to Roland with the circus. 12 years ago to be exact. I was 11 and Estelle was 4. And because of that chance encounter, now I became a bracer I trained under your father. I didn't know that. Maybe I'll tell you about it sometime, when I get the chance. Are you about ready to head out for Bose? With airliner flights cancelled, we just have to make our way to Bose the old-fashioned way. By foot. First, we'll need to make our way to the Vert Bridge checkpoint, which sits on the border of the Bose region. The Vert Bridge is located at the west end of the Milch Main Road. Looks like we're all set, so let's go. And obviously we'll be doing the rounds, won't we? And we know where that's coming. Oh dear. Let's see if there's any new... letter carrier. I'm looking for someone to deliver a personal letter to a colleague of mine in Bose. Please come see me at the Roland Chapel for details. We'll go have a look at that then. We'll obviously do the rounds. We might as well start the rounds now. Start over here. Oh hey, Joshua and Estelle. What's with the baggage? Actually, we're... Estelle and Joshua filled Elgar in on the details. Cassius says, what? And that's why you're headed to Bose? Of all people, I can't imagine that anything has happened to him. Yes, I'm under the same impression. Which is why we're off to Bose to check on things. Just sitting around would hardly make us feel better. Understandable. That's just like you kids too. Well, with Scheherazade tagging along, guess there's nothing to be worried about. Good luck and be careful out there. We will. Anything new in the shop? No, still nothing new in the shop. You need some new wares, mate. Alright, make sure to let Stella know about this myself. Imagine she'll probably be a bit flustered at the news. Yeah, probably. We'll tell her anyway, because we're going up there now. Hello there, General Kenobi. Well, tell me everything. How's work going well? I don't know if I have the heart to tell her what's going on this time. Same here. She'd probably cry herself to sleep if we did. Aww. Are you all working hard as bracers? Just try not to overdo things, okay? Oh, she's got this sort of like harsh tone to it now, really, isn't it? It's like, oh no, that's not good. Right, into the chapel, because that's where we needed to go for the quest. Well, good morning, everyone. You're going on a journey somewhere? Yeah, just over to Bose. Is that so? In that case, could I ask a favour of you? I had wanted to send Father Holstein a letter, but the airliners are grounded. How about it? Can I get you to deliver this letter while you're there in Bose? Of course. Sure, we'll do it. It shouldn't be a problem, since the letter's not that big to begin with. I really appreciate this. Alright then, here you are. Father Divine's letter. So all we need to do is give this letter to Father Holstein in Bose, right? Yes, the chapel is on the east side of Bose City, so it should be fairly easy to locate. The travelling around other regions and broadening your knowledge is good for the mind. I pray that the goddess will guide you on your journey. Please make sure this letter is delivered to the right hands. Chapter's on the east side. Yep. Quite. Need my map there. We'll check up here first. Nothing. Not even the kitty. Right. I taught the children about the Bracer Guild in our last lesson. Luke was especially attentive. I guess for young boys, bracers are like heroes. Kinda. I don't think we have the equivalent of that these days. They're mercenaries, I guess. I won't call them heroes. Is anyone around? No one's around. Are they all upstairs? Terrified of potentially being robbed again. We suffered some damage, but I'm glad nobody was hurt. If anything had happened to my husband or Lita, it makes me shudder to think of it. Really appreciate what you've done for us. No problem. Finally got the study all cleaned up. Makes me so angry. Spent so much time keeping this place clean every day. If I find these criminals, they're going to get a rag to the face and the business end of my broom somewhere sensitive. Oh. Jeez. Oh, Estelle and Joshua. You've really been of great service this time. I wish I could have done more. I'm really sorry that we let the criminals get away. Never mind that. The fact that you're all safe and the crystal has been recovered is good enough. The general theory seems to be that the sky bandits who've been terrorizing the Bose region are the culprits. Yeah, that seems to be what we've gathered as well. I'm just so mad that they got away in their airship like that. You really can't lay a hand on them if they're up in the sky, though. On the subject of Bose, however, I heard tell that an airliner went missing there recently. Not sure of the exact details, but I've been looking into it as best I can. Triple dot. I don't think we should let these sky bandits go unchecked, so I think I'll make a call to the mayor of Bose. Concerned about the airliner that's gone missing. Is that it? Make a call to the mayor of Bose about it, yes. Right, there we go. Let's get to the hotel. That's next up. There we go. Oh, are you off somewhere? It appears that all airliner flights have been cancelled, so... Yep, that's why we're heading to Bose on foot. There's some things we want to investigate there. Oh, so this has something to do with work, does it? Forgive me for not being aware of the situation. Have a safe trip. A number of guests left for Bose on foot this morning. With the airliners not running, it's been pretty inconvenient for people, but most are making do. I'd imagine so. You got no guests at all today now? No? Nothing? How do you make money? You barely have people here, really. Maybe it's high price. It's the only hotel in town when you think about it, so where else are you going to stay? Monopoly, really, isn't it? Not good, not good. Expecting someone to be here. Paddington? Where's Paddington? How bizarre. Oh, it's Estelle. You going somewhere? Something like that. I'll be away from Roland for a while. Don't cry yourself to sleep while I'm gone. Shut up. Who's going to cry themselves to sleep over you? But do you know when you'll be coming back? I have no idea. Oh. Aww. Why don't you come back, alright? Did you say something? Never mind. Aw, it's adorable. It's just so sweet. You should get down to it, isn't he? But it can't be anyway. The Royal Army is out searching for the missing airliner. But according to the company information, it looks like it still hasn't been found. All the things that could have happened. Now I won't be able to check out the hot girls coming and going on the airliners for a while. Come on, Royal Army. This is what I'm paying my taxes for. Really? What was that? Royal Army is out searching for the missing airliner, but according to the company information, it looks like it still hasn't been found. It looks like the airliner that left Bose has gone missing. Getting worried. I haven't received any contact from the airliner. Yes, you should be worried. It's gone missing. Like, why would you... One of the Liberl Orbital Ship Corporation's airlines completely vanishing is unprecedented. Hope both the airliner and its passengers are safe. So do I. So obviously Cassius is on it. just fill in a few blanks for us in case you're wondering. Right, so I'm thinking we'll end this part here and we'll speak to all these guys around here, carry on doing our little rounds. That's what it is, isn't it? Yeah, keep doing our rounds. And then head off to Pose. So see you then. Ta-ta for now.